my name is Daphne and welcome to 2023. I am so sorry that I've been gone for so long, but I have been very busy in this garden. For starters, I don't know if you can see behind me, but we actually have raised garden beds. For the last month or so, I've actually been creating these raised garden beds using used cedar fencing. So I'll show you guys how to do that in another video if you are interested. But it was a really great find. We actually sourced a large amount of pallets of cedar fencing for like $50 from a Facebook marketplace trade that was, well, purchased. That was just phenomenal. It went so smoothly. So yeah, I've been building all of these garden beds, and that's been busy. I've been busy doing that. I have also been seed starting in the house, and so I have, for the last week, a couple of my seeds actually growing in the grow room, and they have sprouted and they are beautiful. So I actually want to take you guys inside to show you the seeds that I will be starting. Well, I have started this year, and to show you how the seedlings are doing, because I don't know if you can see behind me, but we have a pond literally behind me, behind the garden bed area, because it rained a ton yesterday. So it's kind of yucky and muddy out here. So we'll go inside the house. I'll show you the seeds I'm growing for the 2023 gardening season, or the spring season. And then I'll show you how they're doing in the garden, in the grow room, because they are huge. All right, so let's go. All right, so here are the seeds that I will be growing for this year for 2023 spring gardening season. And I am so excited to show these to you. So we'll just stop at the top corner. So these are all of the basils that I will be growing this year. We have our sweet Italian basil, Genevieve, our sweet Thai pepper, well, sweet Thai basil. And then here, which are the seeds that I packaged from last year, we have our cinnamon basils and our Tulsi, which is also a basil as well. And oh my God, the tea for Tulsi and cinnamon basil is incredible. So I want to grow as much of that as I can. So those are the basils. We have a couple of roots that I will be, and peas that I will be growing now within the next month or so, just hopefully to get a harvest before the weather kicks in for spring and summer. So we have two types of carrots. We have Scarlet Natus carrots, and we have Kyoto red carrots. And then we have some French breakfast radishes, which will be planted within the raised garden bed alongside of the salad greens. And then the Alaskan peas will be planted along the gates in the empty garden beds, just behind where the tomatoes and the peppers will go. But they're not going out until late May. So these should hopefully have finished production before the peppers and tomatoes get in. And then we have a couple of herbs. So we do already have some perennials in the garden beds right now. We have St. John's wort, stinging nettle, oregano, several types of mint, including pepper, well, chocolate mint and banana mints. We also have tons and tons of different varieties of lemon balm, lavender. But I wanted some more. Some of these are not perennials, obviously, like the chamomile is not a perennial in my area. Rosemary I can never seem to keep alive because I'm zone 6A. And I think rosemary is only a perennial up to zone 8. So some of these I do have to continuously grow. Sage is one of them as well. I do use sage during Thanksgiving for like the dressing. So I will definitely be growing a lot of sage. I just wanted to put some more lavender in. I think the lavender in the backyard right now is true lavender, and this is English lavender. Not quite sure if I know the difference, but I'm going to see if it is a difference. Definitely growing a lot of chives this year. Haven't had too much just success with chives for some weird reason. So I'm going to try again this year, just with germination. It's been a little sparse. Bee balm, because I heard the pollinators love it, although I'm not exactly sure how to use it as a medicinal herb. So I will be reading up more on that. And then I have two that I packaged the last year, which is calendula and dill. So those are the herbs that I will be in the garden this year. And then for the tomatoes, so I've separated them out into 4 different types. I wanted just a large tomato in the garden, so that this year is my Abe Lincoln. Last year I actually grew, God, what was the variety that I grew that was incredibly large? I forget their variety, but just a large tomato, which could also be used as a paste tomato. Abe Lincoln, I've heard good reviews about that one. So we're going to try that this year. And then I also have another paste tomato, which is Italian heirloom. And then these are some seeds that I actually saved from last year. So San Marzanos and our Amish paste, which I will always grow in the garden because they are amazing. And the San Marzanos are really, really great producers. And the tomato sauce that was made from these tomatoes was incredible. So we'll always grow those. My friend gave me some Cherokee purple seeds. And so like I will be trying my best to grow these. I only have very few of these seeds. These are seeds that I packaged from one blueberry tomato that I was able to receive. So I'm hoping to propagate these. I'm not quite sure how they'll taste, but they were absolutely beautiful. They were like a yellow and a purple bottom with a star. So hoping that I can get some couple of plants from this. Always we'll have the Super Sweet 100 variety within the garden. This year, I'm also trying Hass sugar with sun sugar tomato peppers, or sun sugar tomatoes, which are a cherry tomato. I am hoping that these seeds take, because it literally was only like, what, 10 to 15 seeds in this pack. They were tiny. So I'm hoping I can get a few tomatoes from this so I can have some seeds for next year. And they weren't like the cheapest seeds to get either, so hopefully. And then I actually ordered a couple of seeds from Homestead Heart, one of which being Kellogg's Breakfast, which is a yellow tomato. So I'm very hopeful to get a few tomato plants from this, because obviously I love Homestead Heart. The seeds are very affordable, and I've just wanted Kellogg's Breakfast for a while. I just haven't had the time to order them, so I'm excited about this. Over here is what's going into the raised garden bed and kind of scattered throughout the garden area. Swiss chard, purple bok choy, isn't that beautiful? Got these seeds from Baker Creek, so I'm really hopeful to try that. Mizuna is always a good one to have. It's just it tends to bolt fairly quickly, so I don't know how much of that I'm actually going to be able to get before it goes to seed, but I'm willing to try it for a little while. Here we also have Paris lettuce, which is a hardier lettuce. And it's really, really slow to bolt. Now, these seeds I actually collected last year. I got like 4 to 5 bags full just from one plant. So it's, well, 2 plants. So it's pretty incredible the amount of seeds this plant can produce. But yeah, so these were really slow to bolt. The plant actually did not get sick or bolt until I think it might have, I have to check the videos, but it might have been around late June, July, while the rest of these had already gone to seed. So very excited to grow Paris lettuce. And the other one is Merlot lettuce. I also collected these seeds as well. This one was also very slow to bolt, and it's about this color. And it tastes beautiful. It tastes wonderful. So we'll definitely be growing those two as staples for the remainder of the time I actually have a garden. So Paris Island and Merlot lettuce. I also have some tatsoi from seeds I collected last year. We'll be growing some spinach. Some regular bok choy, and I'm not going to butcher this name, so it's another Asian green. That's pretty good. So I have one of those, well, 2 of those plants in the raised garden beds as well. And outside of the kale, all of these will be covered in the raised garden bed or with insect netting. Because right around like June and July, we're going to start getting insect pressure. So just to keep the cabbage moths off of these, they'll be covered. And then last but not least, we have our peppers and our flowers. So to start with the peppers, we have from Baker's Creek, we have our Craig's Grande Jalapeno pepper. I was fortunate enough to grow these last year, and they were incredible. I actually grew them in a 5-gallon bucket on the porch. They did really, really well. This year I'm growing cayenne peppers because my husband, he actually likes these peppers. We buy the pepper a lot at the store. So I thought that I should probably just grow them this year and make our own dehydrated pepper. So grow these, probably in a 5-gallon bucket. These are just some bell peppers. I usually grow about like at least a bed of bell peppers so that I don't have to buy them in the summer because I cook a lot with bell pepper. Always will grow Thai peppers. They're very prolific, and I love the dehydrated powder at the end of the year. I always use it in chilies and spaghettis. So it's really good pepper. So maybe I'll combine these two. And then I have some black bell peppers. I've been growing these now for the last 3 years, and well, 2 years and collecting the seeds. They cook up green. They taste just like a green bell pepper, but they're night black. They're really, really black, and they just stand out in the garden. They're beautiful, like a black purple. So I will always grow these. And I have these seeds by happenstance. I didn't actually buy black bell pepper seeds. It just happened to be in the garden. We have Sugar Rush Reds, which are very prolific. We'll always grow these. And the powder is amazing. That is made, the dehydrated powder is amazing from these. So we'll grow these as well. We do have the white bell pepper, which actually turns red if you leave it on too long. But it's also a beauty. Like, it stands out in the garden. So we'll always grow these as well. And then we have our Marconi Reds. And I was hesitant about growing these this year, not because the plants were not prolific. They are, even though it's a large pepper. The problem with these is that it takes a long time for these to mature. So I ended up eating these like a poblano while they were still green, which defeats the purpose because the taste doesn't come in until they turn red. I did read within the books that I have and see a couple of YouTube videos about the quickest way to actually ripen peppers outside of the weather being warm, but you can't control that, is to fertilize heavily after August. To fertilize these, your plants will actually help the plant to mature the peppers quicker. So, and also to cut off some of the late season flowers to just give more energy towards maturing the peppers. So definitely by August, I'll start to heavily fertilize and start to trim the peppers off, the flowers off, and see if that makes any difference with maturing of peppers. But these will be the varieties that I grow this year. And then just a few flowers that I'm actually will be maturing in the house. We have our Cosmos, just for color. We have our Rebecca's Cherry Brandy, which are, oh my God, isn't that beautiful? We have our Black Eyed Susies, which I grew last year and saved the seeds for. And then I have Salvia, which I've been growing for the last 3 years, and I always save the seeds. So these are just some I need to use up. But so those are some of the flowers. I also have zinnias, some candy cane striped zinnias, and also violet zinnias, and I also have some marigolds that are in mason jars because the seeds are just so prolific. So I'll show you. I keep all of my seeds here because zinnias produce some of these seeds that, you know, putting them in envelopes is just defeating the purpose. So here we are, and let's now go into the grow room so that we can get these all planted out and germinated. Alright, so thank you so much for watching my channel and following me on the journey for the 2023 spring gardening season. I really hope that your gardens are being started well. I hope that you have all of your seeds. I still have seeds coming in the mail, so that's a problem. Well, maybe not. But I have a lot of seeds. And more seeds to come, and I'm just really, really excited to be building the garden beds and to have everything germinated now. It just kind of feels like spring, even if we have snow coming or 20 temperatures. I'm very excited about it. So thank you so much for watching, and as mentioned, if you are interested, the next video I'll be showing you how I created my DIY raised garden beds using cedar fencing. So stay tuned for that. And I'll also give you weekly updates on how the beautiful garden grow room is doing. And hopefully it doesn't look like a forest come April. But once again, thank you so much for watching.